colonial masters were writing to England to complain about the corruption in Nigeria. The corruptions with the kings, the corruption with the elites.
Yeah.
It's still the same thing we are struggling with today.
That's right.
Those days, in the 60s, in the 50s, the colonial masters in Ghana, they were the same British people, were complaining about the few educated Nigerians and saying that they were demanding sex for marks. The same thing that we are still struggling with 60 years later. They were demanding bribe for admission. The same thing we are still struggling with 60 years later. That they were sending people from Delta, from Bender State at that time, or Delta area. They were sending them as prostitutes to Ghana.
Slaves, yes.
And as sex slaves all over. The same thing, that same Edo is still sending sex slaves to Italy, only not to Ghana, maybe to even Ghana now, they do, to other places. Why? It's corruption and lack of a systemic value system has plagued our country even before we became the amalgamated. Before we became amalgamated, some people were saying, okay, I don't know, some pseudo intellectuals in Nigeria. Let me address this. They come up, one of them is a lawyer and he's trying to, he will go ahead and some people are sending me the video that, okay, look at the foundation upon which Nigeria was built. Nigeria is not a country, it's a company. A British company bought Nigeria and it was amalgamated for the price for the certain amount of money, and that Nigeria's contract as a nation has expired and we shouldn't be together. Some PDP and some Eastern, so maybe I think they are Igbo intellectuals or something. Maybe they are not. They don't say they are Biafrans. They say they are Nigerians. But some people seem to like what the guy is saying. The guy did a good research, found that okay, it's a company. I said, okay, go and look, check the United States of America. I can give you the same argument, the same proof that United States of America is also a company like that too, just like Australia. Just like all the British, colonies, they are all like a company. South Africa too is a company. So all of this, don't tell me those elements. It's for people who are not informed. So that on the basis of that, so we are not a country. But let me tell you, one day I will do a video on amalgamation. You think that Lord Lugard amalgamated Nigeria and that is our problem, that we don't have, so a lot of you Biafran guys say, oh, Nigeria must be dismantled because it doesn't have foundation, that the foundation is faulty. And because the foundation is faulty, nobody asked us to come together. That is why we're having problem. Rubbish. Rubbish. A talk for the gullibles. Because if you want to talk about that, every country, nobody asked anybody to be together. Every country in the world. Tell me one country where everybody agreed to be together. Apart from Switzerland. But even in Switzerland, there are 4 different nationalities there. But anyway, so these people go about and say that we don't have a foundation, so let's just dismantle everything. I say the gullibility of our people, lack of knowledge of history is our problem. Because if you go into history, you will discover that the corruption I just described now about British Empire and the British colonialists writing from England, the article I sent to you, and that the corruption in Nigeria is overwhelming, that even the British were saying, what do we do with it? The corruption that was coming from Nigeria in the 30s, in the 20s, in the 40s, were more than all other British colonies. They were wondering, what should we do? That if I told you now that we are sending, our elite were sending prostitutes, are already out in the 40s, in the 50s, that they were already taking bribes, they were already for students, they were already, so that is nothing compared to what was happening before amalgamation. You have to be saying, thank God for amalgamation. That amalgamation they are saying is not genuine, that is the source of our problem. It is the source of our deliverance. Wow. Before amalgamation, Igbos were being sold out as slaves by fellow Igbo commerciants. My own people, Ijebu people, were never sold out as slaves. Go and check it in history. Ijebu people were never sold out as slaves. But you know what Ijebu people did? And I have to say this now, and I'm sure some Ijebus will come after me, but history will vindicate me, because this is true. Ijebu people, because it is without passing through Ijebu land, you can never get to the sea where the carriers were, where the ship were that were carrying slaves. So Ijebu people made a deal with the slave traders that they would never take an Ijebu citizen as a slave or to send them abroad. But we will be accomplice. So Ijebu people will go and partner with the warlords who are waging war against other Yoruba. They had a lot of civil wars among the Yoruba people. But the Ijebus were the merchants because they are closer to the sea, so to the ocean. So they were the middlemen. They were the people helping to sell their brothers. I'm Ijebu myself, so I have to say it. They protected their own tribe, but they sold other Yoruba people into slavery. Ijebus did that. So will I now come out and say that we have always been good? This was before amalgamation. These Igbos did the same thing, but Hausas were the greatest culprits in this. Hausas and Fulanis, they were the greatest culprits. Hausas participated in Fulanis were selling out Hausas at first. Then later on, Hausas and Fulani joined together, and they started grading from every northern tribe, selling them into slavery to Arabs. They did the same thing to Igbos. Then the Igbos did the same thing to themselves. Yorubas did the same thing to the Yorubas. Your Igbos were sacrificing other Igbos as sacrifice. Yorubas were sacrificing other Yorubas as human sacrifice. This was before amalgamation. You want to tell me that amalgamation is evil to Nigeria? Let's argue the case. Let's argue the case. If not for amalgamation that came and put the dominion and the control of the crown, the authority of the British Empire, and that negotiated peace, and Igbo land was ravaging with, there is one tribe in Igbo that used to control the place. They used to call it Aroshuku or something. That Aroshuku area, they were a terror to other Igbo tribes. The same thing with Yoruba people. They were killing one another. So amalgamation did more good to Nigeria. I mean, you all know about the killing of twins. Yes. What her name? Mary Slessor and all that. Thanks to them, thanks because of the amalgamation, because the country was united and brought together. So they were able to allow the British missionaries to go, and she was not just a missionary, she was representing that amalgamated British Empire. She had a position in the government. That's why she was able to go into the interior and see all the sacrifices of human beings that was happening. She didn't just stop, Nigerians know that she stopped the killing of twins in Calabar, but no. She stopped the killing of twins in Calabar. She stopped the killing of twins in Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt people were killing twins too. She stopped the killing of twins in Igbo land. Igbo people were killing twins too. Then apart from her, there was another person that stopped the killing of Igbos and a lot of horrible things. It's called Ajayi Crowther. Ajayi Crowther didn't just translate the Bible. He stopped the killing and sacrifices. When the king dies, they sacrifice people in Yoruba land, in Igbo land, in South, in everywhere. Ajayi Crowther championed that cause and stopped all that. And that's only because he came back as a slave that was returned and was representing the British mission in Nigeria. It's thanks to the amalgamation. If not for amalgamation, we would all have been sacrificed. Maybe your mother and your father would have been sacrificed. We wouldn't have been alive today. So for those people who are saying, our foundation is faulty, who brought us together? Did Britain, that most of you who are arguing that you are living in Britain now, who negotiated that Britain and Wales would be together? Who negotiated that British and Ireland would be together? Britain and Scotland. It's an act of conquest. Go and find out. Who negotiated that America will be together? It's as a result of war. Who negotiated that Canada will be together? It's as a result of slaughtering indigenes. Go and check out every country where you are living in now in Europe. Who negotiated that they will be together, not by force? Everybody is by force. Wake up, read history. 200, 300, 500, 1,000 years back. Read history. Get your mind to work before you come and tell some dirty jokes on Nigerians and fool them.
Thank you so much for watching our videos. Now, we need to spread this word and we need to do it together. For that to happen, we need your help. Just 5 little steps that you could help us to spread the word. Number one thing we need you to do is to like the videos. Please go like this video right now. Number 2, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Number 3, we need you to press and click on that notification bell. You see the bell? Go press on it. And number 4, we need you to go comment. Write your comment, good or bad, just write what you feel. Number 5, share on every platform. Share on Instagram, share on Facebook. Just share and spread the word. Thank you so much. All right, blessings.